This is a quick description of how to put the strimmer wire in to the strimmer. Basically, this is the strimmer head. It's reasonably well worn because it gets a lot of use. It just needs to realise it needs clicking back in position a bit. Right, this is how it should look like. Alright, there's a couple of things to remember with this. One, it's an auto feed, which I'll show you how to do in a minute. But firstly, you have to make sure that your strimmer wire you're putting in here is the right size for your actual strimmer. So if it's too small, it's going to jiggle about, and if it's too fat, it's not going to feed in properly. Okay, so firstly, make sure that you get the right size strimmer wire for the strimmer. It's an EGO head, obviously, but it doesn't mean you need to necessarily put in EGO strimmer wire. Alright, so you might have the right size. It doesn't matter if it's a different brand. It only matters that it's the right size. So anyway, I'll unwind this a bit, which brings us on to the next topic. Right, I cut this off, stick it in this little hole so it doesn't go about everywhere. Right, now next important thing is not to overload your strimmer, alright, and put a reasonable amount in, but if you put loads in, again, it's just going to get jammed up and too tight. So get in a reasonable amount, maybe stick a couple of metres, 6 foot in absolute maximum. Alright, so now we'll get the strimmer head. Okay, we'll try feeding it in. Right, if it doesn't want to go through, like it's not at the moment, let's fiddle with it a little bit. Alright, so that doesn't want to go in this side. Right, so what we're going to do, we're then going to try feeding it in from the other side. Okay, because sometimes it doesn't. Alright, I'm trying to show you an example with an actual bent bit of strimmer wire, because I don't want to make it look really easy, because I've done everything right. So as you can see, it's got a slight bend in it, doesn't want to go in at that section. So what we're going to do, we're going to chop a little bit off, so we've got a slightly straighter bit. So hopefully that one will want to feed through, because I want to show you an example of potentially a troublesome bit, and then hopefully this one, well, it's being proper troublesome. This one doesn't want to go through at the moment either. Right, as you can see, the trouble with the wire is that it's got a curve in it, so we're going to try and straighten it a bit. So I could have got it off the roll earlier on, I could have left it a little bit flat to try and make it easier for myself, but I want to show you an example that doesn't necessarily want to go through straight away, because if you struggle with this, you're going to wonder how I managed to do it so easily. So anyway, so we straightened it a bit, it's now gone in. Alright, so now pull it through. Now, what we want to do, try and get it so stand back a little bit, so it's about equal both sides in length. Alright, so we've done this bit, it's about equal. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect. Now what we do, this part of the head here, basically put your hand here. Again, it's easier to wear gloves for this because you grip it better. Okay, alright, so we start to wind it. Alright, so we go in to the right hand side as you're turning. Alright, so your hand will be turning like this. Alright, and carry on turning it. Hold this bit quite tight so it doesn't keep moving. Alright, and every time we turn it, this wire gets a little bit shorter and it goes inside. Okay. So keep on turning it. As you can see, it's now getting a lot shorter. Right, you can see these two now, they're a little bit wonky. Alright, so what we do to straighten it off, put it into the engine unit. So we're going to put it into here. Okay. So give that a little fiddle. It's being troublesome now. Right, there you go. It's in. and we'll grab hold of the battery. Right, now what we do to get this straight, as you can see, one's a lot longer than the other. To even them out, okay. So we started it up, we've done the bump feed, so we've hit it up and down a couple of times, and as you can see, we've now got completely straight strimmer wire all set up ready to start strimming. Obviously, if you are going to start strimming properly and not just patting up and down, ideally you need to put on some safety gear. So put on a nice pair of goggles. This is extremely quiet, so you don't really need ear defenders, but a nice pair of protective glasses should be worn. Okay, and ideally longer trousers in case you hit some stones and stuff come up at yourself. But anyway, that's about it. Nice and simple. Any problems, leave a comment below or any questions, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. Alright, thanks a lot. Subscribe for more content. Thank you. Bye bye.